After a few days with no fossils, I lucked out and got a T-Rex torso in the mail. Not really sure how a T-Rex torso would make it through the post office in a box, let alone an envelope, but I'm not gonna complain about it. We started things off with a bang, and by that I mean complete disappointment. I was supposed to get a special item today because it's the first day of December, but Tortimer never showed up. I think once it changes over to the evening, he leaves, so I'm gonna keep that in mind for the future. I checked Nook's shop and briefly considered buying a Christmas tree, but it's not gonna fit in my borderline hoarder house, so I passed for now. I spent the entire rest of the day planting orange trees. Way too many orange trees. The funny thing is, I'm gonna cut every single one of them down once I do get that golden axe, so Nook should probably get ready to take out a loan because there's gonna be a lot of oranges heading his way. After a few days with no fossils, I lucked out and got a T-Rex torso in the mail. Not really sure how a T-Rex torso would make it through the post office in a box, let alone an envelope, but I'm not gonna complain about it. I also caught a few new fish and ran into Wendell, who gave me a new wallpaper that I definitely didn't immediately sell to Nook. Afterwards, I bought and sold Nook's entire store back to him for a couple reasons. First off, catalog completion. And second, because we are going to be saving that hamster if he didn't eat it already. The remaining fish were donated to the museum. I've got to say, the aquarium side of the museum's looking really cool, and even though I'm missing a lot of fish right now, it's starting to come along nicely. I've always liked collecting fish in Animal Crossing a lot, and seeing it go from empty to slightly alive is pretty cool. Operation Get Me a Basement to store my gyroid army in is now fully underway, and we made a huge step toward being in debt again today. I got 7 hits on the money rock, sold some duplicate fossils to Nook, and hit 100,000 bells for the first time so far. Just 48,000 left on my loan before we can officially have a 2-story house. You know, I gotta say, the not-so-organized chaos is starting to feel like home. I'm not sure if gyroid sounds have ever been fully explained before, but whether they're singing or screaming or whatever else it could be, it sounds like music to my ears. Yeah, it's entirely possible I've completely lost it at this point. Dude, I checked my mail, and we finally completed our first exhibit. The Stego skeleton is complete. Blathers seemed to be about as thrilled as I was, which is a first for sure. Other than that, today was pretty run-of-the-mill. Can't seem to get that final hit on the money rock no matter what I do, which is annoying. I'm gonna try to figure that out for the future. We're so close to getting done paying off our second loan too, and I really tried to make it happen today, but tomorrow's looking like the day, unfortunately. If only there was something, anything I could sell to pick up the last 10,000 bells I need. There's just nothing here. Bummer. Tomorrow it is. Now, at some point, I was gonna need to put in at least an hour or so of planting orange trees, and today I had a day off from work, so I got to it. Nook was remodeling, so there wasn't a whole lot else going on in town. I planted dozens and dozens of trees. Every time I filled up an acre, I'd run all the way back over to the fountain, and the fountain would tell me we've still got a lot more work to do. I've got to say, this is probably the biggest grind in Animal Crossing, at least for the first game anyways. We'll talk about other grinds in the future, but when you cut down a lot of trees before attempting a perfect town, it definitely makes things much more difficult than it should have been. The thing is, I didn't even get perfect town status. I got to this final message, but I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. There's really not a whole lot else I could think of that I could improve. So after about an hour of planting orange trees straight, I called it a day. Now, after planting dozens and dozens of trees yesterday, I had to go around town today and make sure that they didn't die. Part of having a perfect town is making sure all your trees are healthy, so you have to wait at least a day after planting everything to guarantee you won't lose your perfect town status after you get it. Unfortunately, tragedy struck the town. A lot of trees died, and I had to replace every single one of them. It took a while, and while I didn't end the day with a perfect town, I did end it with another big goal complete. Our second loan is paid off, it's done, and we are now getting a basement. Selling off dupe fossils is huge, and it really sped off paying everything off. Now, why do I want a basement? No reason. And my basement is done, guys. Take a look. I moved a ton of stuff downstairs. Obviously, the gyroid collection is still right in the main room because everyone that visits me needs to know the kind of person they're dealing with. Of course, I made some time to check out KK's concert for the week as well. Now in review, we're just inching closer and closer to a perfect town and another golden item. I'm sure it's going to be a long time before I pick up a golden fishing rod or a golden net, considering how long it's going to take to actually max out my museum on the respective areas you need to max out to get them, so this is going to be the last golden item we get for quite a while. This week was hectic, and I spent a lot of time trying to fix the mistakes I made last week. Now, I will promise you guys next episode is going to be the perfect town episode, so keep an eye out. But yeah, guys, that's going to be about it for this one. Thank you so much for watching. As always, hope you guys have a fantastic day. Let me know down in the comment section below if you have any ideas, criticisms, comments, anything at all about the series, because I definitely am going to continue this far into the future, and I want to make sure it's the best it can possibly be. So if there's anything that's making it less enjoyable for you guys, I would love to hear it. Please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Till then, peace.